Welcome back to the channel, and yes, I know we normally do like a tool review or some sort of how-to video on how to do something, projects around your house, etc, etc, or maybe even a maintenance on a van. However, I couldn't resist doing a video about this drone, and yes, I paid £2.23 for this drone, or sorry, £2.29 for this drone. And off that app called TEMU. It's a bit like AliExpress if you wanna compare it to something. I thought £2.29, it was an offer. I looked around on eBay and places like that, and they were going for around about £20–30 for this type of drone. Didn't know what to expect. I've had a drone before. I struggled with flying it. It was a very sensitive drone. So when I was trying to fly it, I couldn't get the hang of it. So it spent most of the time in its box. It also had like a battery on it as well. Only had one battery. And it didn't hold its charge for very long. It went up in the air. 5 minutes later, you'd come crashing down. So you couldn't really keep it in the air for long enough to familiarise with the controls. First time I'd ever owned a drone, never owned a drone before, and couldn't get used to it. So it put me off slightly. So I thought for £2.29, I'm going to give this a shot. And like I said, they normally go for about 30 quid here in the UK. Maybe a bit less, maybe a bit more. But it did have two batteries with it. And again, I didn't know what to expect. And it does come out as this battery. So there's a battery here that slots in there, and it just charges up with a simple USB charger. Comes with a carry case for easy access. USB charger there, and here is the spare battery. So all you do is plug it in there and then plug that into your USB charger, phone charger, anything that has a USB port. Probably use your car charger if you have one in your car as well. Oh. So here the instructions are, and there is an English version on the other side there, and it just shows you how to put it together, use it, etc, etc. You know what I'm talking about. Just come with an app as well. So the app is for, I can't show you that because I'm using my phone at the moment to record this video. It gives you instructions there on what to do with the drone. So when you switch the drone on, it has an output for Wi-Fi. So you use your Wi-Fi on your phone to connect to the drone so that you can use the camera, which is there. Now, this drone does have two cameras. It has one here, which is swivel, moves up and down like that, and it has one there underneath to give you the aerial shots from down to point down, obviously, when it's flying about. Now, I have used this. I wasn't overly impressed with how it was filming or anything. Otherwise, I'd probably be doing a video right now with me flying in front of my face. But obviously, it doesn't have any sound on it either, so it doesn't quite work. The frame seconds, I will put a little bit of footage in now just to give you an idea of what it was doing while I was filming, recording it around my house. I did actually get it flying in my house. Don't recommend that. You do need plenty of space if you're going to do that. It does come with these guards, so once you pull out your arms for the blades, you have these guards. Now these are removable. Now once they're removed and it's all put back, the arms are put back, it will fit in the case, because you do actually have a slot in the foam for the blades. So here in the carry case, you can see the controller there. There's just some slots there to put these blade guards in, so they fit inside there. They just unclip. It's a little bit of a faff to get on and off, so I've just left them on for the purpose of this video. I was actually going to do an unboxing video of it, but then I just thought, well, you know what, I'm just going to get it straight out of the box and start playing with it. I will do some footage of me flying it. I found it quite easy to use, and because the batteries, and there is two of them, enabled me to keep it in the air long enough to familiarise myself with the controls, which are here. I was able to keep it hovering. Now, I've got nothing to compare this to as far as drones, so this is the first real flying drone that I've had that have been able to keep in the air for long enough to be able to control it. So it did tend to wander about a little bit. It didn't stay in the same position for very long. You did tend to move around, but you are able to trim it there on the up and down buttons to try and stabilize it. But I should imagine anything that you have to fly that have blades on it like that, or rotors on each corner, it's probably going to be difficult. I have seen them on the TV before, and they do tend to move about like that a little bit. But this just did tend to wander around quite a bit in the room. I did try it outside, but it was too windy. It was blowing it about. It wasn't a very good day for flying, put it that way. But here's the controller. Now, when you're using your phone on the video thing, you do have a thing which pulls down there to put your phone in. Again, my phone's being used for the video here, so I'm just going to drop that back. But if you're just using it as a flyabout machine, then you could just basically use the controller. So it's got two, these are what they call the instant takeoff and instant landing. So when you press these buttons, it literally just flies up in the air straight away, and if you press the down button, it'll come straight back down again. And it also has the helipad, so what it does, it locates it back to where it took off from, and should land it straight back on there. I did try that in my house, didn't really work right well. I think the battery was running down. So you also have the camera button there to take photos if you're using that. It does also have a flip button. I tried that in my house as well. That didn't work right well either. And it does need a lot of space, but it does actually flip over. So that was quite interesting and quite fun to use. And again, like I said, you've got the trim buttons here for calibrating your toggles here. So this is a lot like a gaming controller, is this. So basically you go up and down with that, and it goes, rotates left and right by going left and right, and obviously this is your momentum going forward, going backwards, side to side, so you could control it. But it was very interesting to fly, and I did get the hang of it quite quickly. Like I said, it does have the capability of staying in the air a bit longer than my other drone, which was, I think it was a Revel Spot 2, I think it was called. But I could not get the hang of flying it. Like I said, my first drone, it put me right off flying them because I thought they were really easy to use. But I have found this one a lot easier to use. Like I said, it does keep in the air for quite a while to get, so you can get it all calibrated up on your control, and then you can just start maneuvering and play around with it and getting used to flying a drone. You do have to spend a bit of time doing it. I went through about 3 or 4 battery charges just to play around with it, and like I said, I did get it in the air. So this is the less than £3 drone. What do I think of it? Build quality, you could tell it's cheap. I'm not that overly impressed with the camera. However, it will do recording and it will take photos, so we will show a little bit of that in a minute or so, or maybe while I'm talking, I may talk over the actual recording. I haven't tried the camera on the base of it yet. You do have to move this manually. There's no control on the controller to move it, so you have to get it in position first. But like I said, it's not overly impressive for continuous recording. I mean, I've got nothing to compare it with, so I can't really tell you anything much more about it. But for the money, I have to say it was well worth it. You're not probably going to get the same deal unless you download the app and it's your first purchase, which is what this was, which is why I managed to get a good deal on it for less than £3. But for that money, I can afford to crash it, can't I? I can afford to play around with it and see what it's like. But it does have quite a lot of plasticky um, toyness to it, if that's the right word. It doesn't have a right good build quality. It is what it is. But again, I've got nothing to compare it to. So again, you feel some of the plastic in it. Now these bend obviously. If I had something that cost a little bit more money, I'd be able to say, yeah, that's got a better build quality. But I am guessing that this is extremely cheaply made, and for the purpose of a drone, if you was going to be using it for a professional type of job, then you probably would want to get something a little bit more expensive. So this is a drone. I'm just going to get it up in the air now. That beeping is me using the toggles on the thing to get it to activate the drone. There you go. I'm going to send it straight up. First attempt flying it on the outside ground. You can see I'm not going very high, but it is responding. Let's try that again. Maybe go a little bit higher and get a flip in as well. Now I'm actually at work at the moment, so this is where I'm working. They're going up in the air. You can see it wandering off immediately. So I'm just going to try not to go too high, because again I'm outside my customer's house at the moment and cars keep coming flying backwards and forwards. So there we go, that was the flip. Didn't quite get it in shot. I'll try that again in a minute. There we go, just landed it. That's pressing that home button thing, the helipad button. So it came straight back. I'm trying to keep this in shot, so there we go, it's wandering off again, so I'm going to bring it back. Face the other way and pan to the left a little bit. Going out of shot again, pan back to the right. I've actually turned the drone around so it's facing forwards as we're coming back. There we go with a crash landing. I'm not a pilot or anything of a drone, so there we go with a less than £3 drone. And like I say, once you get used to using the controls and messing about with it, you probably get the hang of it quite quickly. There's a little bit of a breeze in the air today, so it's like I say, it's hard to control when because it's very lightweight is this. So obviously if you are going to buy a drone, you need to be in a bit more of an open space so you can get used to using the controls. However, for that money, you know, first drone, first fly out, not bad. So there you go. If you want to purchase one of these, I'll probably leave a link down below. But like I said, it was on offer for using the app for the first time. So less than £3, £2.29 it cost me. And end of the day, if it ends up in a tray, I've only lost £3, haven't. So there you go. That's the drone 12. Not a bad thing really, is it? It's just a toy, a gimmick, a gadget. Boys' toys as they call. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got something out of it. And we'll catch you in another video soon. Thanks for watching.